Hello and welcome. Insurance is one of those areas where automation is increasingly going to play an important role. But what exactly is going to be that nature of the automation? Who's doing it? What are the kind of services? What's the technology that's going in that's going to make processes easier and maybe in some ways make some of those jobs redundant or perhaps replace them with other kinds of jobs? Well, to discuss that, I'm joined by someone who's best positioned to answer that, Layak Singh, who's the founder and CEO of Artivatic.ai, and Artivatic is a artificial intelligence company.
Thank you.
Like you work with a lot of insurance companies in India and outside, and you work across the spectrum, including, let's say, looking at CT scans and MRIs to see, I guess, whether they match with the claims that are being made.
True.
So tell us about the role and the nature of automation in the way you do your work, or in the way insurance companies do their work and they give it to you.
Right. So currently, these informations from the insurance company directly coming from the diagnostic centers, because they have a tie-ups with 3,000, 5,000 plus centers who is providing the report to them. When they find it that customer has to do for a process for that, then they ask for that to go to the particular diagnostic center, and then they ask the report. Consumer directly don't submit that report to the insurance company.
Correct.
This comes through the diagnostic centers to us. So for us, this information comes from the insurance companies. And normally what is happening, these insurance companies, they manually check all the informations. They have to actually check, okay, this is nicotine is there, this is blood, this blood report is this much, this is where the bone dislocation is there. All these they check manually, and then based on that, the risk team checks and they send the information to the underwriters report. Then underwriter takes a decision based on that, and they apply some of the rules with that too, because they have a legacy engines with that. They use rule-based engines, then they check whether this criteria is matching, okay, not okay. So based on that, they also have other parameters, financials, income, and all these. Then they assign the premiums and claims based on that.
Right.
In our case, basically what we do, we enable this process. Enabling the focus is that within under 180 seconds, can we enable a customer to take a policy decision itself. So the minute the customer uploads the data, real time we start processing that, and all the compliance check, either have to check their photos, either have to check their data with the other information outside of different documents, either have to check the signatures, everything in the first beginning. We do that automatically, which doesn't take doesn't take more than a few seconds actually on that. And after that, once the data gets digitized with our engines, we combine all the informations together to create a quick digital profiling and help them to make a decisions better right away. So in our cases, the entire process is completely automated, except 5-10% currently, because we enable the underwriter to verify the same before we actually make that complete system automated in the coming years.
But you're saying you're doing something in 3 minutes what would have otherwise taken days to do earlier?
Yeah, it is. It is, like for example, if it is on the claim side as well, right? I put my cars for the service. They still not give it 20 days to me right now, because they're sending the claims, surveyor coming, they assessing that manually, then they're sending the report back, then they analyzing which has to be given when the manual analyzing, and they, because these insurance companies are very less in India, right? There are only 72 companies in total, including every entire spectrum, and the kind of population is very high, and the claims comes very heavy to them. It's very difficult to give the right response in quick time. Even the human is doing on that. So in this case, what the customer can, what the surveyor can do, they can use their phones or devices. Our APIs can integrate with the systems. They can directly scan the VCall. They can take the videos. We're able to identify there itself. This is the part. This is the damage. This is the extension. This is the cost for it. So instead of this sending to and forth, it can directly done by their self. Then we have invoice processing engine as well, which data match with what the has been identified through the system, match with the invoice which the service company has quoted the price, which automatically make the payment as well right away. So in the entire process, this makes the, at least 90-95% reduction to their operation cost and the time as well on these areas. So this is where we taking the systems to build on.
Right. And in some ways, are you eating up jobs?
Not really. Other areas, jobs are getting created. Definitely, because of legacy engines, some jobs are getting replaced. For example, like agent job. Agent is currently going and talking to the customer, and it will not be required. The reason, because customer is obvious to understand that what I need, who I am, right? And the technology is enabling them, okay, if you're buying a health policy as well, this is what is included in that, right? And this is where is going to help you out, either inpatient, outpatient, which areas, where and why not. So they don't need an agent to explain. And so definitely this part is going to be in trouble. And next part, where they have a lot of document verification, they manually do, scanning part, they don't need that part. So this is area where the actual problem, or I would say the actual reduction will happen, but other areas will keep remain, but other jobs are coming. So now for example, I need a more training. Now we are not doing the training in the insurance systems. So I need a more training people who understand little data, but I am able to train the data. So those jobs are being created as well.
Right, and you obviously have a global footprint. You're also serving customers.
Yes, we have recently started working globally as well. With the largest insurance companies, and we started working with them at the moment.
Right, and do you are the needs similar between, let's say, an insurance company sitting in India versus an insurance company sitting in Boston?
True. Needs are similar. So I was talking to recently one of the company where they're looking at the same engine to be implemented. Same engine, because it's happening, like accidents happening across the globe, right? Car are being repaired across the globe. People are getting sick across the globe. So they need it. The only challenge comes is that the localization part. Maybe they are but English becomes a kind of masterpiece in the, at least 60-70% problems can be solved with English. But UAE region, yes, I know there's some areas they write in Arabic areas where we have to work on it. We have to analyze the English, the localization, and to build them.
Right. So, and your systems can say that if it's a broken bone, is it because it's because of a car accident or some other kind of sports injury, or
depending on the training that we have given to the system, it can tell about. So how we giving the training and how we enabling the system to get the differentiate between the two ways this bone damage or this damage has been happening, depending on that. But this is not in practice yet. This is yet to come, because that kind of a data to need to read that, and that training
so
that has to
teach
be
the machine. Yeah.
Yes, it is taking a lot of time on that, but time will sure come soon for that.
Right, and that's my last question. So when you look ahead now, I mean, for your own company and for the space, what are the kind of opportunities that you see? Where can automation go, and how can it change lives?
So life is being changed already, because currently,
or more, yeah.
if I'm filling a form for 10-15 minutes, I don't have to do that. I know this I have to bot, just submit your relevant documentation, the one email ID or something. Even you can speak to your phone as well, and it can recognize your symptoms, the smoking from your phone, and your age, gender, everything which system need. And within a second you can get a policy itself. So as a customer, even you are speaking in a local language, you can buy the insurance by yourself. You don't need an agent for it. You don't know so this is something that is happening right now. And also on other
So
areas,
you're saying by voice you can know whether someone smokes or not?
Why video?
Yeah, okay.
Video, but you can do the voice-based claims as well. So you can talk a phone, you can tell about my car is damaged, this is my number, this is my policy.
Okay.
You can do the claims on that. But in video based, you can get a policy right away. Your term policies, your life policies, right away you can get health policies, you can get right away with that.
Right. So my question was, what's the future looking to you? I mean,
So
what are the exciting new
future is
things?
basically the new things. There are a lot more areas, like in healthcare, there are a lot more things is going on. Like people are analyzing the people's family history, DNAs, how to provide the right kind of premiums which is needed for them. But not only the premium provided and the claims is not the only focus. The focus is that enabling the customer for preventive healthcare as well. So insurance companies are now coming and telling them that if you are being healthy in the coming time, your claims have a guarantee for it. You will have to pay lesser, and other than that, they're actually enhancing the customer's health, because if that is being improvised, then automatically the insurance company's risk is getting reduced and their top line is already increasing. So what we see in the coming time, that the future time, the voice based, video based, and even the real time claims, real time policy decisions which not take more than few seconds, and where you're driving, what you're going on, that is the future going on. For every small thing, even like you buying 1 rupees things or 1,000 rupees, you will have the insurance in the coming time. And on the fly you can buy that insurance.
Right. That's
So this is where we're looking around.
very promising, and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.